Hi, I'm Mark Hennis. I'm an attorney at Hennis & Haight here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm often asked by people, if I'm involved in a motor vehicle accident, what are some of the first things I should do? Well, of course, the first thing you should do if you're involved in a motor vehicle accident is make sure that your vehicles are safely off the roadway so that further accidents don't happen. Of course, if anybody's seriously injured and require medical attention, it's never a problem to call 911 and seek emergency personnel. Beyond that, it's important to obtain the identity of the driver you believe caused the accident or who is responsible for the accident. You can do that in two ways. It's important to get the driver's name, address, and even a telephone number, but also cross-reference that with the driver's actual driver's license or some other form of ID, just to ensure that the person's name that you're getting is actually the person involved in the accident. If you have a cell phone or another type of apparatus that can take pictures, it's a good idea also to take pictures of both your vehicle as well as the vehicle involved in the accident with you. That's just to preserve evidence that in the event something were to come up down the road or there's some form of denial regarding the amount of damage to the vehicles involved. Of course, you should summon the police unless it happens on private property, and that's important because without some determination of fault, it makes it more difficult to successfully deal with the insurance company for the at-fault driver. In other words, when the police are summoned and a ticket's issued for the fault of the driver who caused the accident, you're more likely to have an easier time convincing that driver's insurance company that there is liability and that they should be compensating you for such things as the damage to your vehicle, a rental car, as well as a claim for injuries that you may be making in the event you're injured. So those are just a few hints and tips that I would recommend in the event you're involved in an accident here in Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Mark Hennis. I'm an attorney here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I handle personal injury cases. One of the biggest decisions people make in making a personal injury claim is what attorney to hire to help them through the process. And advice I could give people that are considering hiring an attorney is, first and foremost, if you go to meet with an attorney regarding a personal injury claim and during that initial meeting you never speak to an attorney but rather an assistant or a paralegal, that's probably a very good indication that you're not in the right place. An attorney handling personal injury cases should always meet with their client. This is for several reasons. One, the client and the attorney need to build a rapport from the beginning. Also, for an attorney to be able to properly represent a client, he needs to know that client, know what that client's going through, how their injuries have impacted their life, and in order to help them, he needs that information. Also, a client needs to know that an attorney's invested in handling the claim themselves. If an attorney is not at that initial meeting, there's a good chance that an attorney may never look at that file or very seldomly look at that file. Beyond that, it's very important that an attorney specialize in handling personal injury cases. There was a time long ago where most attorneys were general practitioners and handled all types of claims. Since that time, the law has become very complicated, and that's inclusive of personal injury work. So make sure you meet with an attorney when you first show up at your appointment, and also that you are meeting with somebody that specializes in handling personal injury cases so that you're assured the opportunity for the best representation.
Hi, this is Mike Haight with Hennis & Haight Injury Attorneys. One of the things I'm often asked by clients or just by people in general is, how much insurance should I have? And that's actually been set by statute. And in order to drive legally in Nevada, you have to have at least $15,000 per person in liability coverage. It's funny, that limit was set back in 1958 when the dollar went a lot further than it did. So I encourage all my clients and all the people I talk to get higher limits. And honestly, it doesn't cost much more. Usually just a few dollars more a month can dramatically increase your liability coverage. The other thing that you need to remember, though, is that we're having a severe economic crisis in this country, and Nevada's been particularly hit hard. And conservative estimates are that 1 in 6 drivers doesn't even have car insurance right now. That means if you're hit by somebody and you're hurt and they don't have coverage, usually they don't have any assets, so you're not going to be able to get any money from that person or that person's insurance company because it doesn't exist. And you're going to be on the hook for all of your medical bills and all of your problems and the cost of the repairs for your vehicle. So I encourage all my clients to get what's called uninsured motorist protection. Simply stated, That just means that if I get hit by somebody that doesn't have insurance, my insurance company is going to step in and cover it as if they insure that other person. And uninsured motorist carries another benefit. If I'm hit by somebody that has insurance but they don't have much and it's not enough to cover all my harms and my losses, then I can turn to my uninsured carrier and they supplement the insurance the other driver has, so it becomes underinsured coverage. I encourage all of you to talk to your insurance agent, and he or she will answer all those questions in more detail, but uninsured motorist is definitely something everybody should have.